I think it's safe to argue that this could be a point that one could use to argue the fact that men and women are biologically wired differently, just based off of what you just transpired between this conversation. Because it almost feels like this is biological, that a woman prioritizing her feeling over the solution being, or the issue being solved. So, because I tend to see that more in women. I don't really see that typically in men. Men are more logical. Hey, let's just get the issue done. Chuck, cut our losses and keep moving. But the women want to have a conversation about how it impacted her emotionally. So, am I wrong for saying that that's biological?
We're wrong for reducing it to just that. I think that it depends the context, it depends the situation, because there's plenty of instances where women are probably actually more analytical and logical than men are at times. Detail oriented is a female trait more often than not. Big picture concepts, oftentimes that's men. Manifest on the male side. Taking note of subtle shifts in emotional spaces. Being able to read energy is how they kind of describe it. If you have a discerning woman, she can pick up on things that you don't see when she's in the room with you. And she can tell you when y'all get in the car, yo, did you notice this? And she's telling you all these details. And you're like, what the heck? How did you pick that up? Right? They have so many dope strengths. But if we keep reducing it down to they're just emotional mammals, and we're mammals that lack emotion, that's not the case. It depends on the topic. It depends on the subject. And then as you learn this, you start to be like, oh, okay. And now you start seeing each other's differences as actually strengths versus as simple as, and I'll give you an example. We moved into this house last year, and my whole focus was get the house, do the maintenance. I wasn't super interested in the decor. We're now a year into the home, and our entire first floor is fully furnished. No thanks to me. That is relationships. My job was to make sure we got to the finish line of meeting our closing deadline, get this house built and got in. Now it's my job to maintain and make sure we're there, that we could stay there, and do what I can to improve our economic situation on an annual basis. She works too, but her primary view of what she wanted to do was making the house a home. And if we leaned just 100% into Jeff, a bunch of rooms would still be empty even now, a year later.
Empty.
Right? Empty. No, not even blinds up. Right?
Same here, bro.
Exactly. So there is benefits when we start to learn more about each other and see each other as more assets than liabilities.
Right. So there's power in those emotional traits or those sensitivities. This can be used to her advantage. But it's our responsibility as men and women to make sure it's actually used in a positive way when we come into relationships.
Yeah, and the way we get around doing that is rewarding the positive sides of it. So for instance, when a woman is extremely emotionally volatile, dangerous, keying cars, burning property, pulling up to do you reward that behavior by continuing to deal with her, continuing to mess around with her, give her children, give her a ring? Well, we do that.
Yeah,
right?
Society is doing that.
So that logic, that reason, that rationality that we so proud of ourselves, how I get jammed up in these situations? How have I lost and destroyed whole relationships because of where was my reason and logic then? So the reality is like we have strengths, we got weaknesses, and it's on the flip side too, where it's like she can be so loving, but if things go south, it's scorched earth with women. The same woman that could say you're my life partner could try to destroy you economically to where you're living out of a car. So we got to recognize that we have two sides to us, and my goal is to get us to recognize the things that are dangerous, lean in on and lean close to those that appear to be healthy, and find somebody that you got similar compatibility with, and let's not try to socialize our difference out of us. Let's integrate those differences together.